Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in a temporary storeroom with some more cider to try. And it's the same producer as the Poiré, the Perry I had in the last film. But this is a cider. It's a Le Cidre Terroir by Adrian Sallard in Le Champ de la Vallée. That is the farm, I think, in La Ferté Massé. I'm not able to pronounce that. I'm going to put it on the screen. You can figure it out for yourselves. 5.2% Cidre Brut, so 5.2, stronger. So yeah, brut, dry, so higher alcohol, less sugar, more sugar fermented to alcohol. The Poiré was not protected. It didn't have a Domfront thing on it. I looked at that, and Domfront, the region, I think they're a little bit too far east. They're about 15 miles east of Domfront itself, and there's lots of producers within 15 miles, but either south or west of Domfront. There's like a forest in between. I think the forest delineates like the end of the appellation, if you like. So anyway, that wasn't protected. This is made in Normandy, though. It's not AOC, but yeah, IGP, which isn't as strict as AOC. I think some of the processes have to happen within a particular geographical area, not all of them. So you still have to follow certain rules, but not to the same degree. Yeah, looking forward to trying this. I was underwhelmed by the Poiré, the Perry, I have to say. I'm hoping to be whelmed by this. Overwhelmed, perhaps, rather than under. Let's see. This won't blow up, will it? No, of course it won't. See, told you. Right. Riedel glass. Take this cork out. Looking forward to this. Working selling cheese tomorrow for Mons Cheesemongers in Lordship Lane in Dulwich, South East London. Nice pop. There's some bubbles. You can't actually see them though because it's a very dark bottle. I'll pour this out into the glass. So yeah, underwhelmed by the Perry. It was just not very. It was very simple. It had some acidity. The sugar didn't feel quite right to me. If you'd given me it blind, I wouldn't have said it was like an amazing small production, organic, Perry. But there you go. Anyway, colour of this. If I can get a bit of paper. Colour, nice colour, amber. So this will be bottled before the end of fermentation to get the fizz in the bottle. That is the way of these producers, and I assume it's keeved. That's how you make a French cider. You keeve it. I mean, this is dry, so how much they keeve it, like how much they don't, will probably determine how much sweetness there is in it. Do they à la volée? I can't remember. I don't think they do they? No, I think they just bottle it. I think it's just pet nap. Blah, blah, blah. Nice colour, nice mousse. Let's smell it. Yeah, there you go. That smells good. It's almost got that rich, sweet, baked apple character going into tartarin, which I do like that about French keef ciders. That tartarin character, it's great. I really like it. Should be called brut for a French cider. Doesn't mean it has to be bone dry. The alcohol has to be over like 4.5, I think. So less than 4.5, you wouldn't call it brut. You'd call it demi-sec, or if it's less than that, sec, sweet. Oh, sec is dry. I mean, doux. But if it's called dry, it just has to be over 4.5. So that doesn't mean there's no residual sugar in this. I fully expect there to be residual sugar in this. I mean, it smells like it's sweet, but you can't smell sweet. And so you have to taste it to know if it's actually sweet. I mean, it smells like an apple dessert. Therefore, you expect it to be sweet, but let's find out. Oh yeah, man. This ain't brut by any stretch of the imagination. This has got residual sugar in it. I don't mind. I have a sweet tooth. I have sugar in my tea and coffee. I can eat golden syrup out of the tin with a spoon. I have a sweet tooth, okay? This is great though. This is great. People say they don't like sweet cider. What they mean is they don't like back-sweetened sweet cider. They've been back-sweetened with like sucralose or something like that, a fake sweetener. Because you can detect that. It's a certain flavour. It does not taste like sugar, like normal sugar. I suspect this is going to be fructose in this, isn't it? I think, yeah. But it tastes like a natural sweetness. It doesn't taste fake. It's delicious. It is like eating a dessert. It's not sickly. It's great. I mean, a little bit of tannin, not loads. A little bit of acidity on the teeth, not a lot. No hard, almost no hard tannin on the back end to speak of whatsoever. It's delicious. I mean, is it complex? Has it got any acidity for starters? It's got a tiny bit of acidity, not a lot. It's low acid. So I'm going to say it's like bitter sweets that have gone into this French bitter sweets. Although they don't use the same classification as us, but what we classify as a bitter sweet in this country. It's not super complex. There's a hint of like eating apple in the middle, hint of like skin, but what you really get is that apple dessert. That's what it feels like, a cold apple dessert with bubbles, mousse, beautiful fizz, fine bubbles. It's great. So despite it not being super complex, it's super delicious. It's just like having dessert. I love that. I could eat dessert forever. Well, until I died from lack of proper nutrition. But flipping phone turned itself off. I don't know why it did that. There's plenty of memory. What are you doing, phone? Anyway, as I was saying, not the most complex, but delicious. I like it. I like it very much. This is the sort of cider that got me into cider in the first place, because all I thought of cider was an alcohol delivery system called Strongbow or Woodpecker or something like that I drank as a teenager in order to get drunk. It was an alcohol delivery system, okay? And not a very pleasant one. This is a very, very pleasant alcohol delivery system. It's delicious. I love it. And I'm going to sip it because it tastes good. That's the thing about things that taste good. You eat them more slowly and you think about them and you enjoy them more. So you don't drink as much and you get more pleasure. Boom. How about that? So yeah, this we like very much indeed. We do like it very much indeed. Although it's not the most complex cider I've ever had. I'd like a bit more tannin, to be fair. I still like it. Perry though, no. If you want a good perry, don't get it. I would go for, get that instead. Get something from But for Organics instead. That is flipping amazing. It's delicious, that perry. It's fantastic. So much more complex than the done from one, or the not done from one, whatever it was, the French one. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you for joining me back in this storeroom. I hope you join me again, but until that time, cheers.